Hey guys, how many of you guys have been to a psychic to get a reading and then you left with more questions than you had before? Well, to tell you guys the truth, you guys went to a fake one, if that's the case. Real psychics should not leave you with more questions. They should leave you with more answers. You should be satisfied after you get your reading. You should get some closure after you get your reading, not more questions. Now, I've always talked about psychics that you go to at psychic shops. You guys want to know a little secret about it? They get their license. They pay a couple of dollars to get their license. And now they're supposed psychic? Really? So they pay you per minute, per hour, but yet you get nothing. That's pretty pathetic and sad, right? I always say you should try out the ones that are real. How do you know that psychics are real and the ones that are fake? Well, number one, when you go to a psychic, you don't go to one that asks you questions. You ask them the questions. Has that happened to you guys before? Because there's many people out there that have told me the same thing. The ones that I've done a reading on, before I even started the reading, they asked me, wait, don't you need to know anything? Aren't you going to ask me questions? No, why am I going to ask you questions? I'm here to give you the answers that you need. You already know what the questions are. I don't need to know. And on top of that, why am I going to ask you questions? I'm here to give you the answers, not to ask questions. When it comes to psychics, it cracks me up. I'm sorry, but I've seen way too many fake ones, especially the ones on TV. The ones on TV, there's some really good ones. But then there's also ones that, for example, being a celebrity psychic, I think you already know who I'm talking about. What kind of a celebrity psychic claims that they don't know the celebrities that come up in front of them, who they are? Don't they have TVs at home? The internet? A cell phone? A smartphone? Come on. How much stupid do you think the public are? It's crazy. The amount of craziness that goes on in this world, believing in things that, anybody could fall for anything anybody says. But people want to know the truth, and it's time that people know the truth. Celebrity psychic, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about, is no celebrity psychic. It's easy to Google about celebrities and find out the deaths of their loved ones and to go off of their grief, and I think that's wrong. Or the ones that do group readings, and then are constantly wrong to where people are asking for their money back. And I think you guys know who I'm talking about with that one, right? Long Island Medium. Well, I was told, actually, there was a vote that went online for me to challenge her when she comes here on October 14th. So I will be there on October 14th when she's doing group readings. And I'm going to challenge her one-on-one. Because I've heard too many horrifying stories about that one. That should be great examples. When people ask for their money back, that should tell you something, right? Another way to find out about being a real psychic or a fake one. When you take an object and you hand it to somebody, of a dead person, a loved one that crossed over, if they're real psychics, they should automatically pick up on exactly who they are communicating with, who is directly attached to that item. For example, I have a picture in my home. I have gotten this picture in my home that I've posted many times, and I'll post it after this video so you guys could see. And it's a picture that I had given my grandparents before they crossed over. I had given my grandparents this picture when I was 16, and I had gotten my first job and gotten my paycheck. And I was so excited to give it to them. They hung it on their wall for over 20 years. When both of them crossed over, I got that picture back and it's hanging on my wall. But the energy that's connected to both my grandparents, my whole family could feel it. You could pick up on that energy. When it comes to a real psychic, if you can't pick up on an energy of an item that a spirit is attached to after they cross over, and they go on rambling about if they're, they'll ask you questions. No, they shouldn't ask you questions. They should give you the direct answers about the specific item that you had given them. But if they start asking questions, who did this belong to? I've seen it happen. That's why I'm saying it. Who does this belong to? How long ago did you give it to them? Who gave it to them? What is their name? What's their date of birth? What's their last name? When did they die? You should know all this if you're a real psychic. And you guys should know this if you go to a psychic. You're giving them the answers that they should be giving you. So be careful. I don't want you guys getting ripped off. And there's way too many of them. Way too many fake ones. I mean, I understand that the paranormal realm is growing and it's getting bigger and it's awesome. I love it. I love the paranormal realm. And I support the real psychics. I support the real paranormal investigators. And I have psychic friends, real psychic friends and real paranormal investigators around the world. And I support that 100%. Being in this field is not easy. But, I'm pretty used to turning skeptics into believers. With the amount of readings that I do, before they even open their mouth and they say, we don't believe you, I give them the answers that shock them. And they're like, how the hell did you know? That's how a real psychic should be. Not the ones on TV where they cut and edit and do this and do that. And they don't show behind the scenes when people leave and they demand their money back. Sorry, Teresa, you're not a real psychic. Everybody knows that. It's out in the open already. And I will be challenging you, young lady. We'll see. But besides that point, honestly, what I care about is giving people closure. That's what a real psychic should be about. If I can't give somebody closure, I won't put my name out there and I won't risk my reputation doing readings for people and making an ass out of myself if I can't come through with the promises of giving somebody closure and the answers that they always need. That's what a real psychic is about. It's about communication. It's about direct communication between the spiritual realm and the living and relating messages. If you screw that up, then there is no closure. You screw that up, you don't deserve to charge that person. Am I right? So therefore, be careful. Another reason that you guys should not trust all psychics, only the ones that prove themselves. I mean, someone like me. But the fact that when you walk in to a psychic shop, okay, how many people do they do readings? How many appointments do they have? Think about it. They have about, in 3 hours, 4 appointments, 5 appointments. They need to give themselves to recharge. Psychics need to recharge. People need to recharge in general, especially psychics that do readings. That's why you spread your appointments. It's not all about making money. It's about spreading your appointments to recharge your energy. So that way you are centered in a dimension where you are able to connect to both realms and relate messages and actually give closure. But if you're not able to do that and you schedule one at a time, and then when your hour is up, or when your 15 minutes is up, or when your 30-minute reading is up, and then they say, okay, well, you're done, you gotta go because I got someone else coming in. A lot of times they won't say there's someone else coming in, but the fact that they kick you out, that should be a red flag. Like, okay, you can't spare me another 2-3 minutes to answer one last question or to finish the reading that you were doing? It's ridiculous. Sometimes I've done readings to where I've done an hour reading and it went to an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half. But I still did it because I wanted to make sure I answered every single question. I made sure that both sides got the closure that they needed. I'm the voice to the spiritual realm that can no longer speak. And therefore, I take my gift seriously. And it's, I'm proud of my gift because I'm able to help people. I'm able to help the living and I'm able to help spirits. And that's how it should be. So next time you want to book an appointment to go to a psychic shop, I would do a research, almost a full background check on the person at the psychic shop to see how much do they pay for their license? How long have they been working for? Are the rocks and crystals on their table actually real crystals? You can't work with fake crystals. And you have to look at the incense too. You can't just buy incense from the 99-cent store and expect to do a reading. There's certain incense that opens up the doors to the spiritual realm. I mean, even being a natural born psychic medium like myself, when I light my incense, I get my incense from a very specific psychic shop place, an actual store, a psychic store. Because I know that they know what they're selling, their products, the good, the bad, the in-between, the incense, what's blessed, what's not. And get to know the people that work there so they don't just bullshit and lie to you. I mean, the women over there and the men over there that work at the shop that I go to, I've known them for a long time. And I've done readings on them, so they know I'm real and they know that they can't lie to me about anything. But build a relationship with whoever that you communicate with when you go to get those stuff, because it's really important. And on top of that, lighting simple candles and then recording. I mean, I record all my sessions, but lighting simple candles and recording to try to prove that you're real, and then editing in between commercials on TV, on a reality show, it doesn't work that way. You guys need to be careful who you trust. Don't just throw your money away. You might as well wipe your ass with money and then flush it down the toilet, because that's what it's worth. If you don't get the closure that you need, demand your money back. That's what I would do. And do your research before you actually hire a psychic. And once you do find a psychic that's true and real, stick to that one person. Don't go traveling around and snooping around other places, because it's not going to work. You're not going to get the same results that you want and the real results that you want. What's really important is staying true to one psychic, because that person will stay true to you and will gladly do a reading any time that you want them to. It's really important. I was hesitating on making this video because I was wondering if people would think, what they would think, like, why am I, bashing other psychics? Don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing other psychics. My main goal is to save you guys money. Not even the money, screw the money part. Anybody could get money, and the whole world fucking has money. It doesn't matter with that. My main goal is to save you guys from the heartache and the disappointment of these people that are fake and they're fraud. That's why I'm making this video. Be careful who you trust. I mean, I made it point to where I've done live readings on my radio show. No editing, no cutting, nothing. Live readings on my radio show. That's how it should be. I think that all psychic shows that are doing readings should be live without any editing. Or there should be witnesses there. You know what I'm saying? Just to show proof that yes, the spiritual realm does exist. And the reason why I'm saying it is because the skeptics, the reason why most of them are skeptics is because they watch all these phony shows. And I mean, I would be a skeptic too if I wasn't a psychic and a medium. I would be like, what the hell is this? My 5-year-old son is more intuitive with the spiritual realm than these dumbasses are. My 6-year-old son, excuse me, he just turned 6. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a huge difference. When it comes to trusting, it's like trusting your life in someone else's hands to get the closure and the answers that you need. It's not a game. I take it very serious. It's not a game. Maybe those idiots out there at the psychic shops, or those idiots making all these videos out there pretending to be who they are. Oh, I'm a witch, I'm this, I'm that. Well, if you're a witch, guess what? You're communicating directly with the demons. You're not getting the direct answers to the deceased loved one, the spirit of the loved one that's trying to communicate with them. Okay? Good or bad, witch is a witch. Sorry. I have nothing against them. Just don't, call upon a spirit to take over your body. That's not a psychic. If you're a psychic, you don't have a spirit taking over your body to give you responses, for God's sake. Because real spirits, angels that go up after they cross over, do not come back down here to take over somebody's body. That's demonic. That's against what God believes. Listen to what the fuck I'm saying. That is against what God believes. Spirits don't take over someone's body and possess them just to give them answers. They will talk normally and give them telepathic messages. Or however spirit decides to give messages to that specific psychic to give it to their loved one. But they don't possess a human body. Demons do that. That's dark side. Get it through you guys' head and open your eyes. So witches that do rituals and seances to call upon a demon is a demon that possesses them. So now when you think that this person is actually being possessed by your loved one, giving you answers, is not. Because all I have to do is do a quick 2-minute reading or a 2-second reading like I do on people and know everything about that person from head to toe, from birth till now. They turn around and they manipulate the system of the spiritual realm and or the living realm. They manipulate you. So you're wasting your energy, your time, your effort, thinking this person is actually helping you by being possessed. Look in the dictionary, possessed. Spirits don't possess. Angels don't possess anybody. They will give out messages. When I communicate with the spirit, I get messages from the actual deceased spirit that had crossed over, not a freaking demon. I know the difference between demons and spirits, just like some investigators when they go out there and they say, oh, we're communicating with the devil. Really? Just because the EVP says devil? The voice box says devil? The devil is everywhere at every second, so he's able to come through it 10 different states and 3 different countries at the same time when people are doing investigations and comes through and says the devil? Are you kidding me? No, it's the demons that are manipulating. It's not the devil that comes and talks to everybody at the right exact time at 3 a.m. when everybody is doing an investigation throughout the world. Think about it. The same thing when it comes to possessions and it comes to psychic readings. Don't trust somebody that gets possessed and talks and has a spirit talk for them through the person to you. I would run out the fucking door and say, this bitch is crazy. She's fucking possessed, or he's fucking possessed, whoever's doing it. I have nothing against seances. I have nothing against rituals. Indians used to do it all the time, and until today, they still do it. I'm very spiritual, and I love the Indian rituals and things like that. But not when it comes to messing with people's lives. Connecting with the spiritual realm, doing the rituals are different. But when it comes to giving people closure and lying to them in front of their face, I think that's wrong. And I'm sorry, but I'm straight up honest. I call bullshit when I see it. And that's why a lot of people come to me and trust me, because they know I'm honest. If I can't get a reading, if the spirit doesn't come through, it doesn't come through. I don't want your money, sorry. But I will contact you once the spirit comes through. I have your phone number. I will call you the minute the spirit gives me messages. I promise. But I don't bullshit. Spirits don't come through the minute you call upon them. Sometimes it takes a while. That's another way that you guys can understand and know if the person is real or not that's trying to do a reading for you. Be careful who you trust. There's a lot of scammers out there. And it's very scary and very dangerous with some of the things that they do, because if they call upon a demon and they do a reading for you, guess what? If they don't send that demon back and close the portal, which most of them don't, because I've seen it myself, I've tested them out myself, guess what happens? Now you're stuck with that demon possession, that attachment. So good luck to you. Now you're going to have to find somebody else to get rid of that bullshit, that lying bastard that was, you know, hungry and greedy for a couple of cents from you, has put an attachment on your life, and now you have to go find somebody else and spend more money to get rid of them. Which you guys can contact me if you have attachments, because I've been dealing with the spiritual realm since I was a little girl. So it's easy for me. I never had a mentor. I never had, you know, I had people that worked with me. I had people that I've been dealing with for many years, you know, real spiritual psychic mediums, real paranormal investigators. You know, I love you guys. You know who you are. But for somebody like me, I mentor people. I help them either develop their gifts or enhance their gifts. So therefore, you know, me being a natural born psychic medium, able to keep my doors open, able to teach myself out of life experience without anybody opening doors for me. Of course it was a challenge in the beginning, but now it's like drinking water. It's really easy. The one thing it's not easy is dealing with the, if anybody that says it's so easy to deal with the spiritual realm, no, it's easy to open and close doors. It's easy to do certain things that I do, but it's never easy dealing with the spiritual realm, especially if you don't have experience. Contact me and I'll help you. If you don't have experience in dealing with the spiritual realm and you open the wrong doors and you don't know how to close it and get rid of them, then you're screwed. You will have a haunting for a long time. And let me tell you something, it doesn't only affect you, but it affects everybody else around you. So be careful. If you guys need a mentor, let me know. You guys can always contact me at monicaspiritqueen@yahoo.com, and I will be glad to help you. I will put everything aside and schedule you in and book you in for however long it takes, or however many days it takes to help you out. Either mentoring you or getting rid of attachments, or even doing a reading for you. But go with the honest ones. Don't go with the ones that are money hungry, attention hungry, fame hungry, like Teresa is. Come on, girl. We all know you're fake. Get your ass out. I'm going to challenge you anyway. I know you're going to watch this. I already challenged her one time, you guys. A couple of months ago, I challenged her. I was going to go to her show. You know what she did? She never responded. She ignored me. Then I found out from other people that I'm not the only one that tried to challenge her. Many other real psychics tried to challenge her. And she declined every single challenge. Gee, I wonder why. If somebody was going to challenge me and put me out in the open, and I am real and I am who I am, guess what? I'd be on the first plane to get my ass down to where they're at, take their challenge, and make them eat shit. That's what I would do. I'm just straight up open. And that's the kind of psychic you guys need to deal with. With that said, keep that in mind. If you guys have any more questions, please contact me at monicaspiritqueen@yahoo.com and drop some comments below, because I'm interested to see what kind of experiences you guys had when you guys got your psychic readings. I'm real interested. And I want to know who did the reading. If you don't want to say it, that's fine. But I want to know what experiences you guys had. If it was a good one, if it was a bad one, if it was dead on, right on. More power to you. Keep that psychic and keep going to that psychic. This video is not for me to have you guys all come to me. You can if you want. But what I'm saying is, save the money in your pocket and go with the real one. Get the real closure that you need, that you deserve, that you've been looking for. Because not only are you guys getting the closure, but your loved one that has crossed over in the spiritual realm, that spirit is getting closure as well, not just you. So there's two rewards in doing a reading the right way. You get the closure, and so does your loved one. Always remember that. God bless you guys. Love you. Thanks for all your support. Drop some comments below. Give me a big thumbs up, because you know I speak the truth. Subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos coming soon. And I'll see you guys later. Take care.